Whew. Hey, what you got going on, guys? KevDan here from Orange Weekly. Halftime hash is beginning. Broncos are up 17-13. Wow. I mean, it's an ugly game. Lots of penalties, right? But here we are. We're in the lead. We're going to get the ball to start the second half. And we're here to talk about whatever you guys want to. So go ahead and post those comments, post those questions. Welcome to the Orange Weekly Halftime Hash. Robert, how you doing? We got Neil in here. Neil decided to put on his Peyton Manning jersey, so part of why we're winning. So thank you, Neil. Hit that share button for me, guys. We're here to break down everything that happened. So obviously the first drive that the Jets had was ugly. Sam Darnold got that, 45-yard rushing touchdown, which is the longest quarterback rush in the NFL this season yet. So definitely did not start the way we wanted to. But yeah, Robert says it's about Jerry Jeudy. It's about time Jerry Jeudy got a touchdown. That catch was phenomenal. I mean, the fact that I thought it was an interception. I was watching that. I was like, there's no way. And then somehow Jerry Jeudy was able to just, no, that's mine. And walked very casually back into the end zone. And then Melvin Gordon's touchdown there right before the half. So some great stuff. I mean, we're not looking terrible. Of course, the Jets defense is completely undisciplined, and it's definitely showing. So it's kind of going our favor. Thankfully, we've stayed pretty healthy. Shelby went down for a little bit, but he's back out there. Yeah, I think that's the big one for us so far. Thanks, Robert. 48 yards. Yeah, Andrew. So what I think about Jerry Jeudy, and how you doing, by the way, man? Good to talk to you. He's fantastic. Like, this is a guy that we can really look forward to seeing how he progresses in the NFL moving forward. I mean, that's a hell of a steal that we got sitting at number 15 there in the draft. Cannot believe he was there, but this is exactly why we were so excited about him. This guy has talent. That ball was a little underthrown, but he was able to make it work easily for him. So yeah, Andrew, really great stuff. Neil, some raw plays, good looking, promising. Yep, completely agree. Barb, how you doing? Let's see. Robert, we got you in here. Not happy about Shelby and Chubb going into the tent. Yeah, so obviously not great. Shelby is back in the play, though, last I saw. Chubb, it sounded like he got up okay. Hopefully, we're just going to pretend like everything's okay and enjoy the moment we have right here with the Broncos actually winning, going halftime, and getting the ball back. So we had some really good drives, you know. It didn't, I mean, a couple bad throws. Obviously, that interception that ripping through was not pretty. It was just, dude, just throw it into the stands. What are you doing? Just, if you're going to throw it away, freaking throw it away. And I think the next time he did throw it away, it was like gone. No, not even close. So, hey, he learned a lesson. It's his first start. We were able to recover from it, so that's good, right? Let's see, Brett. They need to keep him as a quarterback. Yeah, Rippon, I think, is going to stay the quarterback now, or the backup. There's talk of what we're going to do with the whole quarterback situation once people come back and they're getting healthy. Daniel, how you doing? QB looks good so far. Completely agree. Neil says optimism works. See, I'm telling you, man. I'm glad to be here. And Tim Patrick as well. So, I mean, I thought Hamler was going to kind of step up and play more of that second wide receiver role in terms of production, but Tim Patrick's been looking phenomenal the last couple of weeks. I mean, he's really stood up and made some huge plays. I mean, you saw the one right there, and near the end of the second half, that ball was put on a dime, you know. And so great throw by Rippon, but then, you know, just as great of a play and a catch by Tim Patrick. So I think the younger, you know, receiving core that we have right now is, I mean, it's freaking amazing. And then if you think about it, we had Cortland Sutton back in. Holy crap. You have us with a solid offensive line. You're kidding me. And we have Drew Lock back there. I mean, and Phillip Lindsay. Like, there's real potential behind this team, guys. It's fantastic. And yes, we're playing the Jets, and they suck, but you can see the foundation. What I'm seeing right here is all the promise we've been talking about, and what we're going to start seeing develop and really become, you know, what we expect to see all the time, not just when we're playing the freaking Jets, right? In the coming years. So yeah, man, it's fantastic. Barb, thanks. I'm glad you're doing well. We're doing well so far over here as well. Let's see. Yeah, Juan says save lock for when we play the Chiefs. So we're going to be talking about that through the whole next week, guys. We got the Monday night or Orange Weekly After Dark show, 9 p.m. Mountain Time. Bourbon Broncos, no BS. Tuesdays, every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. We got a post-game podcast, pregame show, the halftime hash that you're watching right now, Ragers podcast. If you want to learn about sports betting and hear about what lines he's taking, what's going on in the Broncos game, and what Vegas is thinking, great show. So we have a lot of opportunity to talk about lock and what we're going to expect to see from the quarterback situation moving forward. We have 10 days till we play the Patriots. Obviously, we want to get through the second half, right? But then we have plenty of time to look at what's the Drew Lock situation, what's the quarterback situation. And so, yeah, we might save him for the Chiefs. We'll see. John, Bosby more playing time. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what they do with him. It'd be interesting to hope they add some more playing time to him. But, yeah. Chris, you're going to have to ask our own David. David knows exactly where the hash is. Maybe Matt. Matt would also know. So next time you see David and Matt on the show, probably on Tuesday, ask them about the hash. They'll have much more accurate information for you. Yeah, Chris, if we had a healthy team, be a completely different story. Right on, man. Spot on. Daniel, defense is shaky first Jets drive. And with Munchak and that offensive line, right? Garrett Bowles is doing fantastic, and that's what we've expected from him, right? Based off of the grades he's gotten the past several weeks. Offensive line still not great, but Rippin able to move around back there, make some big plays. He's getting some decent time in the pocket, right? So something's working back there. Let's see. Yeah, I think we were all pissed when Flacco came in because we were like, wait, what? What is this Flacco time? Do we really have to sit through this again? I mean, thankfully it's on the other side, right? I feel bad for the Jets that's who they have as their backup. But yeah, I was worried about it. Let's see. Grand Marinade. Oh man, I need some of that. That's for sure. Yeah, Neil, I'm not even going to mention that. I'm not even going to mention what you're talking about. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to envision it. We're just going to move on. We have Rippin. He's doing well. We're just going to go from there. Solid O-line, a little more cohesion will be deadly. Yeah, and you think about it. Wilkinson's out. We have a number of players. Cushionberry is a rookie. To believe it or not, the left side of the O-line is the strongest, and that's Garrett Bowles. If you had asked me at the beginning of the season if I thought I'd ever say something like that, I would have been like, yeah, no, there's no way. There's no way I'm ever going to say that. But here we are, and Garrett Bowles is looking phenomenal. So, yeah, you add the injured players that we have back in, and these guys are going to be – it's going to be a real decent offensive line, to say the least. Gerald, yeah, man, we'll see. Here's hoping. This is I just knock on wood right now, man. That's all I got. That's all I got. Let's see. When was the last Bowles penalty? He had one last weekend. And the weekend before that was a run play holding. So I think he's only had two holding penalties on him. One was a running play that never happens. That's rare. Probably a bullshit call to begin with. But then last week he had the one. So really it's like one Bowles penalty in coming up in 3.5 games. So yeah, no, he's doing incredibly well. Current QB is at 9. I don't want to think about the carousel, man. I don't want to do it. We're going to move on. Chris, Bowles is a beast. Completely agree. He's had the potential. Now he's playing low. Yeah, and so when you went and saw that sports psychologist over the offseason, I mean, it's paying off. It's paying off dividends. So we need him to stay strong. Andrew, all I know, we need to secure that first tackle on Darnold. Yeah, so one thing that I really want to see in the second half, guys, is we're getting to Sam Darnold. We're getting to him on a number of plays, but we just can't bring him down. I mean, we're getting hands on him, and we just can't seem to bring him down. We need to get to him just half a second sooner and bring him to the ground. Don't let him run around the backfield. Don't let him scramble for 20, 30, 40, 48 yards, right? Just find a way to get there just a half second sooner, and don't even let him try and extend those plays at all. Barb, yeah, I think both teams need some help, that's for sure. Angela, how you doing? I feel good. I feel good too. Like, this is the best I felt all season. I think we can all agree to that, right? When does Lindsey come back? So we were expecting him to come back this week, but obviously we're just watching his injury and being careful with how we don't want them to go down for another 4 weeks. So let's give them another 10 days before we play the Patriots. And that's probably the best time to put them back in. Obviously you're balancing, well, do we want to get him some playing time before we play the Patriots? I think at this point, it's not worth it. Just let him get an extra 10 days of rest and we'll go from there. He's going to be able to step in and play phenomenal right off the bat. Ripomania. Yeah. I mean, it's working so far. Allison, what happened in terms of, let me know. I don't know. So far, what's happening is we're winning. So it's fucking phenomenal. Dan, was that bogus penalty on the field against us? Didn't see anything. Are you talking about the one where they kicked the field goal and missed, but then they got the flag? I thought the same thing too. If that's what you're talking about. It didn't seem like anything happened to me. I checked with the Orange Weekly guys who I guess saw what happened. But you can't hit the center when they're doing a field goal if they have their head still down. And that's exactly what happened. His head was still down. He kind of, went back a little bit. It was kind of tough to see. I didn't see it, honestly. So that's what that was about, if that's the one you're wanting to know. Neil, let's get this done. We got a second half coming up. We got to get that win, guys. We got to contain Sam Darnold. We have got to find a way to get him down, not let him extend those plays big time. Yeah, he ran over the center. That's what the problem was. Crazy first half, but we're on top. I mean, we got to keep this rolling, Well, we're going to get the ball to second half. Let's go down. Let's put some more points on the board and, not slow down. That's the big thing. So I expect Manji to come out with some second half adjustments, hopefully getting more to the quarterback and bringing down Sam Darnold sooner. Just a half a second sooner, like I said. Yeah, Dan, appreciate it, man. Kale, so this is a normal. This is expected. The Jets defense is just abysmal when it comes to discipline. They're not even close to being there. It's absolutely terrible. Go Broncos. Yeah, man. We need to do better tackling. Yeah, agreed. There are a number of times, like not just when we're getting to Sam Darnold, but there are a number of times we miss. And that's kind of the story for us in general right now. It's actually been a problem for a couple of years now, if I can remember right. We've always had a problem just really bringing people down. We can get to them. We can get hands on them. But when it comes to actually bringing them down, that's where we kind of struggle. So, yeah, completely agree. Kale, Edmonton. Fantastic. We have our very own Matt is from Canada, is how we say it here in the States, is Canada. Yeah, so Kale, I'm glad you're here, man. Devin, it's nice to see them play well. So look, we're winning, we're playing well. It is the Jets. I don't want to downplay it any, right? But we are looking good. What I really want this to be is a stepping stone. Okay, we've shown that we can play well. We can play well together. But let's use that to build on it. It's use what we're learning right now. Obviously, we are incredibly banged up, but there's no reason this team can't continue to grow and get better over the course of the season, especially after we get Lindsey back, especially after we get Locke back, and hopefully things kind of turn around for us. So, yeah, man. Joe, get out of here. Robert, Utah, fantastic. We have fans everywhere. This is fantastic. I mean, Orange Weekly, we got fans. We have listeners in Japan. We've seen people comment from Australia, UK fans. I mean, you're all fantastic. Brazil, we had Brazil a couple weeks ago. You guys are awesome from Utah and Canada and Australia, all that stuff. I hope Matt is watching this and cringing from me saying Canada. Even the Jets are in the NFL. Surprising, right? Surprising. Canada is actually the real way we native spell it. See? So, okay. I'm not too far off. At all. Hey, I want to get to some reminders really quick, guys. Like I mentioned before, Orange Weekly, After Dark, Monday nights, 9 p.m. Mountain Time. Our flagship show on Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Bourbon Broncos, no BS. We got our post-game podcast, pre-game podcast. Follow those on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. Wherever you listen to your podcast, just look up for Orange Weekly and look up Ragers as well. If you want to learn about sports betting, what the lines are for the betting lines are for the Broncos game coming up, Great podcast by Ray. He really knows his stuff. He's passionate about it. He's been doing it for a while. He knows what kind of bets to take, and he'll tell you exactly what he's doing. You also got our pregame show and our halftime hash show. October 11th, we are going to be at Cork and Keg in Castle Rock, Colorado. Dave and I are going to be calling the Broncos-Patriots game from there. So come on by. We'll give you more information on that on the Tuesday show. But you guys are fantastic. It looks like halftime is about to end. So you guys are awesome. Cynthia from California. Yeah, Gerald, we all miss Von Miller quite a bit. So, hey, guys, second half, lots of good stuff to talk about. Join us on those shows. Listen to the podcast here later on this week. You guys are all fantastic. Here at Orange Weekly, we're all about talking to you, talking with you, not to you, not at you. You guys are a huge part of what we do. And why we do it. So that interaction is huge for us. We look forward to seeing you on all our shows. Bourbon, Broncos, no BS, fans, brews, Broncos news. That's what we're about here at Orange Weekly. Take care, guys. Enjoy the second half. And as always, go Broncos.